or n choose 2. Now, why we are saying that it cannot exceed NC2? Whenever I have to draw an edge, we will have to select two vertices. So from the set of vertices, we select any two vertices and we join. When we join these two vertices, it becomes an edge. So now my choice for drawing an edge is NC2, where n is the number of vertices, and we are picking any two at a time. And that is what it says. Let G be a graph of order n, and let V be a vertex set of G. Then the cardinality of V is n, and the elements of E are distinct two element subsets of V. You can choose two elements from a set V of n elements is NC2. Thus, E may not have more than NC2 elements. Now, if you're going to write down NC2 using your definition, you will be getting this as NC2 is n factorial upon 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. And when you simplify that, you will be getting it as n into n minus 1 by 2. And that is what we had proved earlier also, that the maximum number of edges which a simple graph of n vertices can have is n into n minus 1 by 2. Take the screenshot for this. Whatever I am doing in the online sessions, you are supposed to keep a record of that in your notebook. Don't expect that these PPTs will be shared with you. This example says find the degree sequence of the following graph. Now we have to write down the degree sequence of the following graph. Degree sequence of the following graph simply says first you'll have to write down the degrees of all the vertices. Once you have got the all vertices degrees, then write down in the ascending order. In the ascending or descending order. It is up to you. You'll have to follow one convention for the degree sequence. Usually we follow the degree sequence writing down in the descending order. But for this particular case, we'll be writing down in the ascending order. So I want you to first tell me what is the degree sequence for vertex A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. When you're punching in the degree sequence or the degrees, please write down the degree of A first, comma, degree of B next, comma, degree of C next, and so on. Please notice there is a loop at B. So be very careful about this loop. In the last session also, you have not counted this B. How much time does it require you to pass a degree sequence for this? Vanita, repeatedly I said, count this also. B is a loop. When it is a loop, it has to count two edges. Harsh and Meenakshi has given the correct answer. How about others? Can't you count the number of edges? Please do count. I think some people are making mistakes. A has three edges coming out of it. So three edges are incident on A. So degree is three. There are two edges, one from B to A and B to C. So I have counted that as two. But there's a loop on B. So again that contributes two more edges. One in this direction and one in this direction. One in clockwise direction, one in anti-clockwise direction. So there are two edges which are incident on B if there is a loop. So the degree of B is 4. Degree of C, there are two edges incident on C. So degree of C is 2. Degree of D, 1, 2, 3. So there are 3. But what is degree of E? Some people have punched as 2. But degree of E is also 3. Degree of F 2. And degree of G is only 1. There is one edge which is incident on G. And what is degree of H? There is no edge. So degree of H is 0. You cannot just put up as blank over there. So in this case, if you see, your degrees are this. A is 3, B is 4, C is 2, D is 3, E is 3, F is 2, G is 1, and H is 0. And we write down this in the ascending order as 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. All the descending order as 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 0. I will require this degree sequence and we will be telling you when are we going to write down this in the ascending order and or the descending order. Is this point clear how to find out the degree sequence of a graph? Fine. Then we proceed further and now we want you to tell us that if this is the degree sequence of the graph, there are 4 degree sequences given to you. So this is the degree sequence or this is the sequence of numbers. We simply want you to tell us whether there exists a simple graph given these number of sequences. So you'll have to check whether a simple graph will exist or not. That simply says that if I take the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there can be 5 vertices. Is it possible to have 5 vertices such that degree of 1 is 0, degree of 2 are 2, 2, and degree of one vertex is 3, and degree of one vertex is 4? Punch in your answers whether simple graph exists or does not exist for the first one. If you have understood your previous theoretical concepts, you should be able to answer this very quickly. Sri Lakshmi is saying simple graph exists for the first one. I am saying it does not exist. Now think, with whom do you want to go? With Sri Lakshmi or me? Sri Lakshmi and Harsh says does not exist. Now I say it exists. Now see with whom you want to go. Other than audible to answer? Because you didn't attend the last time session. Please recall the handshaking lemma. What was the handshaking lemma? The handshaking lemma had said that summation of all the degrees of all the vertices in a graph is equal to 2 times of number of edges. Do you recall that handshaking lemma? Summation degree of V, just a minute. Summation degree of V, where V belongs to G, is equal to twice of all the edges. Do you remember or no? Yes. That means, can we say that the sum of degrees should be an even number because it is equal to 2e? So if it is equal to 2e, I will say the sum of the degrees is even. Now please add up all these things and tell me, is it an even number or an odd number? If it is an odd number, then how can I say that a simple graph exists? Because it is not satisfying the handshaking lemma. So for the first one, it doesn't exist. Similarly, check for the second one. Second one, the sum is even or odd? Odd. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7. Again, it is odd. So a graph will not exist for these two. This is one way of explanation or one way of argument. There is other way also. We will have a look at other way also. But are you convinced now the first and second sequences which have been given, there is no graph which exists with this degree sequence? See, today's session has to be highly interactive because if you don't understand these concepts, what I'm going to take you further, you will never be able to understand that. Because you'll have to keep in mind many things, many definitions. For third one also, as if you take up the addition of all these numbers, and in the fourth, if you take up addition of all these numbers, then you can simply say whether the graph exists or do not exist. Please note, if the sum is odd, I can directly say that graph does not exist. But if the sum is even, I will have to wait and think whether the graph exists. I cannot come to a conclusion directly. So for the third one, check what is the total of all these numbers. 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 4, 14, 14 plus 3, 17, 2, 19, plus 2, 21. So again, a graph does not exist for third one. For the fourth one, if you see 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 2, 14. So now I cannot simply reject that graph does not exist. This number is even. Check our other way of argument. Other way of argument was using handshaking lemma. We had said in a graph, the number of odd degree vertices should be even. Remember, we had done that particular part. The number of odd degree vertices should be even. यानी कि जितने भी वर्टाइसेस जिनका डिग्री ऑड है उसका नंबर इवन होना चाहिए. तो वो वर्टाइसेस या तो 2 होने चाहिए या तो 4 या तो 6 एंड सो ऑन. So in the first case, if you see that I have only one vertex of odd degree, which is 3. In the second one, I have 3 vertices of odd degree, which is 3, 1, and 1. Again, in the third one, I have 5, 5, and 3. So there are 3 vertices of odd degree. If there are odd number of odd degree vertices in a graph, the graph does not exist. So there are 2 ways of doing it. One is either you add up all the degrees and say if it is even, fine, we will wait. But if it is odd, graph does not exist. Or the other part is just find out how many number of vertices have odd degree. If that comes to be even, you're done. We will what is to be done. But if it is odd, we simply say graph does not exist. Then the number of vertices in the graph is 4 and the maximum degree of a vertex is 6. Please check, there are 4 vertices and the maximum degree is 6. Now, this is also not possible as the maximum degree cannot exceed 1 less than the number of vertices. Now, what do I mean by this? If there are n vertices, then this n, if I take first vertex, this first vertex can join only the remaining n minus 1 vertices. That means if there are 5 vertices and if I select the first vertex, then this first vertex can be connected only to the remaining 4 vertices. So the maximum degree of a vertex in a simple graph can be n minus 1. That means if I have a graph having 4 vertices, then the maximum degree has to be only 3. But here the maximum degree is 6. So again, graph does not exist. So we had said if these are odd, if the sum is odd, I can directly reject. But if sum is not odd, if it is even, I cannot say a graph exists. I will have to find out other way of deciding whether the graph should exist or not. Is this point clear? For the fourth one, are you convinced that the graph does not exist? Because we had said the maximum degree in a simple graph can be only n minus 1. Okay. Now it says show that this sequence is not graphical. Please add up all the numbers and tell me whether it is even or odd. Or give me the actual sum of this. Okay. The total sum is 34. So out and out, I cannot reject. That graph does not exist. So if in this particular case, my first way of rejecting a sequence of numbers as a degree sequence was the total sum should be odd. If total sum is odd, graph does not exist. But here the sum is even. So it has passed the first test. Now let's go for the second test. What was the second test? In the second test, we said the number of vertices of odd degree should be even. So now check odd degree vertices. This is not, this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. Okay, I got 3 and 3. But 3, 3 is also 2. So the number of odd degree vertices is even. So it has passed the second test also. Are you able to understand what I want you to conclude from this? In the previous question, for the first 3 cases, it was not passing the first test. First test was the total sum should be even. For the fourth one, it was not passing the next test. What was the second test? The number of odd degree vertices should be even. But in this case, it is passing both the tests. And still the question says that I should conclude that graph does not exist. Caution itself is saying that graph does not exist. Then what is the third way of doing it? If the question is clear, I'll proceed. If you have any doubt till this long, please ask. Now understand this algorithm clearly. I will be explaining this algorithm in detail. But later on, I'll be just using the algorithmic steps to solve the remaining problems. So it says show that the sequence, this is not graphical. So I want you to tell me how many vertices will this graph have if it exists. What is the sequence? How many numbers are there in the sequence? That many vertices will be there, no? So as many number of numbers, as many numbers are listed, so many vertices. So I'm assuming that the graph exists. And if graph exists, there should be 8 vertices. So we are saying to prove that the sequence is not graphical, we are proceeding. Now pay attention to this what we are doing. Assume such a graph exists, then the number of vertices is 8. The given degree sequence is this. Now the given degree sequence is this. I am taking the first vertex. I'm taking first number 6 and I'm saying let degree of V1 be 6. This particular part is only for your understanding. How are you going to write down for solving it? I will tell you later. But right now, you just understand what we are doing. Wherever you feel that you are not able to understand the concept, please punch in there only, because this is very important. And I'm going to use this in the further algorithms, maybe flurry algorithms and so on. So now I have plotted 8 vertices: V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6, V7, V8. And I said degree of V1 is 6. Degree of V1 is 6. That means it is adjacent to 6 more vertices. That means I can say V1 is adjacent to 6 vertices. Now, which 6 vertices can I take? Start from V2 and go in the circular order and tell me it should be adjacent to which all vertices? V2 to V8, all, or V2 to V5, all, or how many? I want the degree of V1 as 6. Starting from V2, it should be adjacent to how many vertices? Is the question clear? I want degree of V1 as 6. So if I connect V1 and V2, I will have one edge. So degree will become 1. If I connect V1, V2 and V2, V1, V3, I will have degree as 2. Okay. Piyush is saying you connect V1 to V2 to V7. Divya is also saying the same thing. Connect V1 to V2 to V7. Okay. So if I join V1 to V2 to V7, the degree will become 6. Check. The degree is 1 now. Degree is 2. Degree is 3. Degree is 4. Degree is 5. And degree is 6. Is it okay? I want answers at each and every slide now. Fine. So now I have got degree of V1 as 6. That means now I should not consider this particular vertex. So I should get rid of the first vertex and concentrate from second number onwards. So when I concentrate from second number onwards, please note for V2, I already have degree 1, but I wanted degree as 6. So can I decrease this by 1? What does this mean? Second vertex के लिए डिग्री 6 होना चाहिए, बट ऑलरेडी हमने एक एज ड्रॉ कर लिया है, तो अब एक्स्ट्रा कितने एजेस ड्रॉ करने हैं? 5. So in that case, can I simply say from second term onwards, it should be 1 less? But for how many elements it should be 1 less? We had taken only 6 vertices. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed? Okay. So now what we are doing? The first vertex we have already taken into consideration and its degree was 6. So now if I don't consider the 6, I have to start from the second vertex onwards. But for second vertex, for V2, I already know that one edge is counted. So now this number should be 5. But for how many such vertices? Check. For second it should be 5. For third it should be 5. For fourth it should be 5. For fifth it should be 3. For sixth it should be 2. For seventh it should be 2. Do I have to do anything with the 8? No. It is still remaining as it is. That means I am subtracting 1 from second vertex till 6 vertices. So second vertex, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in that case, since the given degree sequence was this and degree of V1 was 6, Reducing first 6 terms by 1, counting from the second term, the degree sequence becomes this. That means I have reduced from second term onwards, first 6 terms are reduced by 1. Why first 6 terms? Because this was 6. So this becomes 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, and this remains as it is. Is this step clear to all of you? Or do you have any doubt? As of now, I have just simply said after we have drawn the what edges from V1, my degree sequence reduces to this. Okay. Now I will say this particular number 5 is degree for V2 after the graph is drawn. That means now consider vertex V2. So from V2, I have to draw 5 more edges. From V2, if I have to draw 5 more edges, I am connecting this to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. First 5 vertices. What are these first 5 vertices? V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6. So we are connecting this. Can you see now V2 is connected to V3? V2 is connected to V4. V2 is connected to V5. V2 is connected to V6. And V2 is connected to V7. So once we have considered the vertex V2, we were supposed to draw 5 more edges. Once I have finished drawing 5 more edges, I have to subtract 1 from the second term onwards. So reducing first 5 terms by 1, counting from second term, I will get it as 4, 4, 2, 1, 1, and 0. Is this point clear? What did I do? Okay. Now what should I do? I should take this particular number 4, and after the graph is drawn, I have to draw 4 more edges from V3. If I draw 4 more edges from V3, I should be subtracting 1 from the first 4 terms, starting from second. So we are proceeding with that. And we are saying, now we consider vertex V3. Reducing first 4 terms by 1, counting from the second term, the degree sequence becomes this. And this is what we are drawing. V3 to V4, V3 to V5, V3 to V6, and V3 to V7. So once I've drawn this, my degree sequence becomes 3, 1, 0, 0, 0. Now what? Now what should I do? I'm expecting you to tell me now, after I've considered V3 also, and all the edges are being drawn, I got a degree sequence as 3, 1, 0, 0, 0. Now what should I do? Okay. Vanita is saying, now take V4 and put its degree as 3. That means draw 3 vertices from there. Priyanka is saying that again subtract 1, 1, 1. Arpana is saying again take V4. Nivedita is also saying now take this as V4. How about others? I'm waiting for your answer. Do you want me to take this as V4? Raju Rakshat is also saying that consider V4. Yes. Everybody is saying yes, consider that as V4. Do you know algorithm has to stop somewhere? Yes, algorithm has to stop somewhere. So what is the stopping condition for my algorithm here? I should have some stopping condition, na? Minakshi is saying we have a non-graph condition. Exactly, I have a non-graph condition. Now check, this is a non-graph condition. Why? Now if I consider this as 3, I should subtract 1 from next 3 numbers. Now if I subtract 1 from this, I'll get this as 0. But if I subtract 1, I'll get -1, -1. But in a graph, can I have -1 edges? No. Is my point clear? What did I say? Now if I proceed further and take V4 as it's draw 3 more edges. So I should subtract 1 from the first 3 numbers starting from second. 1 minus 1 0. This will become -1. So I got a condition which cannot be a graph sequence. That simply says the last sequence is not graphical, hence the given sequence is also not graphical. Did you understand what did we do? So this is the third way of checking whether the graph exists or do not exist when the first two conditions fail. If you have any doubt till this long, please ask. Otherwise, I'll proceed further with the next example. Now just look at the sequence. What did we do? Now I'm not going, without drawing the graph, you should be able to solve it. What you should be doing? You should be taking this particular sequence in the next step, step 2. You should start from second vertex onwards and subtract 1 from first 6 terms. So the second sequence, I'll get 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, 0. In that later on, when I had 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, 0, I will go for next step. Next step is from the first 5, you're supposed to subtract 1. So when I got this sequence, we had subtracted 1 from the first 5. So we got it as 4, 4, 2, 1, 1, 0. So we got it as 4, 4, 2, 1, 1, 0. Then in the next step, we have to subtract 1 from the first 4 numbers, starting from second. So we got it as 3, 1, 0, 0, 0. But now if I proceed further, I will get it as 0, -1, -1, 0. So I should not proceed further from here. And I can conclude that the graph is not possible. Now I want you to check for this particular sequence and tell me whether the graph exists, because the question says graph exists and then draw the graph. It says show that the following sequence is graphical. Also find a graph corresponding to the sequence. So now without drawing the graph, first find out whether for this sequence a graph exists or not. Please do it on your own. The given sequence is 655433222. Can you give me the next sequence? The first sequence has 9 vertices or 9 numbers. The second sequence should have 8 numbers. So what will be that 8 number sequence be? Piyush, can you check? Should there be 5 there? Please understand. Now I'm telling you in Hindi. Probably some of you are not able to understand that. जब हमने ये 6 लिया है तो ये 6 को निकाल के सेकेंड टर्म से 1 सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है 6 टर्म से. That means in the next one, I don't have to write down the 6, but I have to start from the second term and subtract 1 from each. So I'll get it as 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. अब सब में से नहीं subtract करते बैठो. चेक करो कितनों में से subtract करना है. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. सिर्फ यहाँ तक. लास्ट के 2 टर्म्स 2 2 होंगे. यहाँ पे तो सबने सब में से subtract करके बैठ गए. पीयूष भी, अपर्णा भी, संजना भी, इशिका, पंकज, श्रीलक्ष्मी, मीनाक्षी, सब सब्ट्रैक्ट करके बैठ गए. सब में से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया. क्यों? व्हाट इज दिस 6? तो फर्स्ट 6 टर्म से सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है ना, फ्रॉम सेकंड टर्म ऑनवर्ड्स. check what is the given sequence. The given sequence is 6 5 5 4 3 3 2 2 2. अब नेक्स्ट सीक्वेंस में कहां से करना है? सेकेंड टर्म से. Reducing first 6 terms by 1 counting from second term. तो काउंटिंग फ्रॉम सेकेंड टर्म इसको ये किया तो फर्स्ट वाला 6 तो लिखना ही नहीं है. we'll have to drop the 6 and we'll have to start from second term. From second term we have to subtract from first 6 terms. So it become 4 4 3 2 2 1. Last two remains as it is because the total number of numbers are 8. The count is 8. सिर्फ फर्स्ट 6 में से करना था ना. Please have a look at it once again and convince yourself what did you do was wrong. Except one or two people, others उन्होंने सब में से 1 1 1 subtract कर दिया है. Understand this 6 which is there. ये 6 जो है ये दानी पुरुष है और ये दानी पुरुष सबसे 1 1 रुपया ले रहे हैं. जब उसको 6 रुपए मिल जाएंगे तो चला जाएगा. तो कहां से मिले वो 6 रुपए? 5 में से 1 लिया, ये 5 में से 1 लिया 2 रुपीज, ये 4 में से 1 लिया 3, ये 3 में से 1 लिया 4, ये 3 में से 1 लिया 5, ये 2 में से 1 लिया 6. 6 रुपए मिल गए, चला गया अपने घर, बाकी को टच भी नहीं किया. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? सबसे क्यों पैसे लेता रहेगा ये? Okay, once that is clear, I can proceed further, but the next step says put up all these things in the ascending order or descending order. So we are going to arrange this in the descending order. Writing in the decreasing order, what this will become? 4 4 3 2 2. This one will go at the end. So in the descending order, it has become 2 2 2 2 1. Is it okay? So now I want you to tell me what will be my next sequence. My goodness, Priyanka. प्रियंका ना दादा है यहाँ की, सबसे पैसे लेके भागेगी. प्रियंका, why there is 0 at the end? 4 जनों से एक एक लेना था ना, सबसे क्यों लिया आपने? We have a don called Priyanka. She's going to take 1 1 1 1 from every number. इससे भी लिया तो 1, इससे लिया 2, इससे लिया 3, इससे लिया 4, इससे लिया 5 6 7. शी इज नॉट कॉन्सर्न ऑन 4. कहती मैम मैं तो सबसे लूंगी, किसी को भी नहीं छोड़ूंगी. प्रियंका का एल्गोरिथम किधर खत्म ही नहीं होता है. निवेदिता एक कदम आगे चली गई. 22111. Nivedita, I think you people are not able to understand. Please note, after this, it is said reducing first four terms by one, counting from second. सेकंड से काउंट करो चार नंबर्स, उसको नंबर कम करने हैं, बाकी एज इट इज आएंगे. दिस 4 will become 3, this 3 will become 2, this will become 1 1. बाकी इन तीनों को हाथ भी नहीं लगाना है आपको. So if you see, this 4 has become 3, this 3 has become 2, this 2 has become 1, this 2 has become 1, and remaining as it is 2 to 1. प्रियंका सो गई क्या? Okay. Did you understand what did we do? Fine. Now again check. This is not in the decreasing order. Now if it is not in the decreasing order, I should write down this in the decreasing order. So when I'm writing down this in the decreasing order, I'm getting it as 3, 3 times 2 and 3 times 1. Now I will again reduce it. So reducing the first three terms by 1, starting from second term. यानी कि ये फर्स्ट टर्म तो नहीं लिखना है क्योंकि हम इसको ही कंसीडर करके आगे जा रहे हैं ना. तो we don't have to write down this first term. From second term onwards, 1 1 1 subtract करना है. So tell me what will be the answer. दिव्या, अरे अम्मा इतनी देर से क्या समझाया? खाली पहले 3 से 1 निकालना है ना. तुमने सबसे क्यों निकाला? अब तुम दूसरा डॉन पैदा हो गए क्या? यू नो आई डोंट हैव डर्थ ऑफ डॉन्स. मेरे पास ना बहुत सारे डॉन है, सबसे पैसे वसूल करने के लिए. 1 1 1. अरे निवेदिता, 2 1 1 2 2 1 कहाँ से आया? इतने सारे डॉन बनोगे तो लोगे किधर से पैसे? निवेदिता प्लीज एक्सप्लेन, हाउ डिड यू गेट 2 1 1 2 2 1? अच्छा, चेंज कर दिया. नहीं नहीं मैडम, आई एम अ कॉमन मैन. डोंट अंडर एस्टिमेट द पावर ऑफ अ कॉमन मैन. Once you have done this, अरे बाबा, इधर तो जोल मत करो. दिस इज वेरी सिंपल कैलकुलेशन. So we are getting it as 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now, if I can draw a graph with this, I should stop here. If I do not know a graph of this sequence, then I should proceed further one step. I should always stop where I can decide whether I can draw a graph or I cannot draw a graph. Now, before I proceed, please quickly have a look at what did we do. We had a given sequence. From the given sequence, we have taken first number. पहले बंदे को बाहर निकाला, उससे पूछा तुम्हारे पास कितने नंबर्स हैं, कितने बंदे चाहिए, कितने, मेरे को 6 बंदे चाहिए. ठीक है, यहाँ से 6 बंदे लिए. सो जब 6 बंदे निकाल दिए तो बाकी बचा 4 4 4 3 2 2 1 and these two remain as it is. Then we have put up this in the proper order in the decreasing form. Then this first 4, the first 4 which was there, this is removed. From the first 4 terms, 1 is removed. So this becomes 3 2 1, 1, and remaining 3 as it is. Then again we have put up in the order. Up when we are removing this 3, I have to remove 3 from first terms. So we got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we are saying that can I draw such a graph? If I can draw such a graph, that means can I draw a graph of 6 vertices such that degree of each vertex is 1? If yes, I should stop here. Sequence 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 is graphical. Hence the given sequence is also graphical. But do you know how to draw that? You should know how to draw such kind of graph. Yes, I know how to draw such kind of graph. Is this a graph having 6 vertices and degree of each vertex is 1? Yes or no? अब मुझे एक ग्राफ तो है जिसमें 6 वर्टाइसेस हैं और हर एक का डिग्री 1 है. So I already know that such kind of graph exists where the number of vertices is 6 and degree of each vertex is 1. Please note, in the earlier question, we had 2 parts. First part was whether that sequence is graphical or not. If it is graphical, draw the graph. So we are finished with the first part, stating that yes, it is graphical. Now my second job is to draw these graphs. If you have any doubts till this long, please ask. Otherwise, I'll proceed further. If you don't have any doubt, put up no doubt over there. Okay. Now we will go in the reverse order. Now, what was the reverse order? Let's check. This was the reverse order. हमने यहाँ पे stop किया. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now I'll go in the reverse order. Reverse order. Now, what was the reverse order? When I have gone from this step to the next step. That means when I've gone from 3 to 2 to 2 to next step 1, 1, 1 and so on. हमने एक vertex delete किया था. That means हमने first 3 delete किया था. We had removed the first vertex 3. And then we got this. Now what will I go do? When I'm going to go from last step to the second last step, I should add one more vertex. So this is what I'm going to do for drawing the graph. Now we add a vertex such that the degree sequence becomes this. Please note, I have added this vertex. What is the degree sequence of previous graph? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. When I add this vertex, now my degree sequence should become 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. So how should I do this? Can you see last 3 ones are remaining as it is? अब ये नया वाला बंदा है. ये नया वाला बंदा किसको कनेक्ट करना चाहिए? 3 को, फर्स्ट 3 को. So I am adding it to 1, 2 and 3. Now check what is the degree sequence. 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Is this point clear? I am again asking you, are you able to understand? Because you know, there is so much effort which is going on in preparing such kind of slides. If you don't understand, you should ask the questions immediately. Don't wait till the end that everything will be over, my CGT subject will be over, and then I'll ask doubt. Please don't do that. If you have doubt, please ask there and then itself, and don't allow me to go further until your doubt is clear. Minakshi, we are taking the sequence because we wanted to check what is the degree of each vertex. Once the degree of each vertex is there, I can decide upon whether I can have a graph or not. अब graph exist होगा कि नहीं होगा, for that we have put up this particular sequence. अब ये sequence क्यों आ रहा है? If you see, I wanted to construct a graph. I cannot directly start with the first sequence. You know what was our first sequence? If you see in the earlier question, what was my first sequence? 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Now, how many vertices are there? 9. I have to connect these 9 vertices and I have to sit and draw these. Now, if you check 9 vertices, how many edges can be there? 9C2. What is 9C2? 9 into 8 upon 2. 9 into 8 upon 2. What is that number? Minakshi, please answer that. Minakshi, I'm answering your question. So you should also answer my question. If I have 9 vertices, then what will be the maximum number of edges which I can draw in these 9 vertices? It is 9C2. 9C2 is 9 into 8 upon 2. So what is that number? Nine into 8 upon 2 is 9 into 4. What is 9 into 4? 32? 36. Chalo, 36 to hai. ठीक है. Minakshi, also add up all these numbers and tell me what is the total number. Minakshi, add up all these numbers in the sequence and tell me what is the total number. 32. Fine. Now check if there is a graph where 36 edges are possible. I want to draw only 32 edges and the degree should be this. You know how many different ways it will be? Try करते बैठो, कम से कम 1 घंटा तो लगेगा. Maybe you'll get it in the first attempt. Second time you'll get stuck up somewhere. ये तो सिर्फ 9 vertices है. So I should have some easy way out to find out what it is. Now, this particular thing, again, I'll come back to this when I'll be doing one more definition of removal of edges and removal of vertices. So as of now, if you are convinced that 36 edges हैं, उसमें से सिर्फ 32 select करना है, such that my sequence, degree sequence becomes this, then I have to have some kind of algorithm. And that is why we are reducing this. This concept will be more clear when I go to the next topics of the edge reduction and vertex reduction. And I'll tell you there once again why did we do this. Okay. Now we are saying हमारे पास एक graph है where we have 6 vertices and 3 edges. The degree sequence is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So now we're going from reverse. Check vertices में से 9 vertices पे आना है. So I have to go from 6 vertices to the 9 vertices. How do I go from 6 vertices to the 9 vertices? It is as good as I have 6 floors, I have to go to the ninth floor. I cannot directly jump from 6th floor to the ninth floor. I have to go to the 7th, 8th, and then ninth. So now we are trying to add one more vertex, which is my 7th vertex. So when I add the 7th vertex, I want the degree sequence to be this. Remember, this was the second last step. So now my degree sequence should be this particular thing. We are checking the previous sequence and this sequence. Previous sequence in the last 3 numbers were 1, 1, 1. So last 3 numbers were 1, 1, 1. So I need not touch the last 3 vertices. I am not touching last 3 vertices. But check the first 3 ones. The first 3 ones are becoming 2. That means this particular vertex, new vertex which is there, has to join the first 3 vertices. तब तो इनका number increase होगा 1, 1, 1 से. So check. We have added the first one, the second one, and the third one. Please note, when I'm adding this particular vertex, now the edges should come out of this vertex. Edges should come out of this vertex. तब तो ये number increase होगा ना? Is this point clear? Then I'll proceed. Okay, so now the number of vertices are 7. So now I should add one more vertex. So when I'm adding one more vertex, please note, now this is my current graph. The current graph having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And what is the degree sequence? Degree sequence is 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, and 1. We want to add excuse me, there's something fishy over there. Something fishy over there. Give me a second. Yeah. So now we add one more vertex such that the degree sequence becomes this. Please note, in this particular degree sequence, that is, in this particular degree sequence, the number of vertices was 6. We added one vertex, and now that is becoming 7 vertices with this degree. Now we are adding one more vertex. Check, there are 8 numbers over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 numbers over there. So check, these were 7 vertices and this is 8. Now what should I do? I should try to draw the edges from this particular vertex, new red vertex which you can see, to the remaining. But how should I join the remaining? I should join the remaining such that from this I should get this. Be careful. Last one should remain as 1. What should change? Check. If you can find out a vertex whose degree is 1, उसको add करो vertex. इस vertex को red vertex से add करो. So you're joining this particular vertex with the red vertex. Naturally, its degree is going to increase and become 2. So I am selecting this edge. I've joined these 2 edges, these 2 vertices with the edge, red edge. This is new vertex, and this is the vertex having degree 1. Next, this one which is there, we have to add one more. Now, इसको तो हमने छोड़ दिया था, इसको ले लिया, इसका डिग्री 2 हो गया. which is other one whose degree is 1, it is this. So I am joining these two. Any doubt till this long? I am going very carefully from one step to the second step. Shall we go ahead? Okay. Now check what are the next numbers. The next numbers are, this is 2, but 2 remains as it is. This is 2, so 2 remains as it is. This is 2, this has to increase to 3. Please note, this 2 has to increase to 3. बाकी बीच वाले 2 2 ऐसे ही थे. That means this particular vertex has degree 2, this vertex has degree 2, and this vertex has degree 2. तो तीन में से दो वर्टेक्सेस तो छोड़ देने वाले हैं. अब सिर्फ एक ही वर्टेक्स को हम ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं. So out of these three vertices whose degrees are 2, I am going to leave two vertices of degree 2 and join only one vertex with this red vertex. Now choice is mine, whether I take this or this or this. I've left these two and I've joined this. Now next what happens? The vertex whose degree was 3 is becoming 4. So the vertex whose degree is 3, check, this is the only vertex whose degree is 3 in the blue graph. So I'm joining this. In the process, this new vertex its degree has become 4. So now my degree sequence has become 4 4 3 2 2 2 2 1. Is this point clear? If you have any doubt, please ask. See, this is, we are trying to come up with the graph from your degree sequence. Right now, check, there are 8 vertices. But in our actual graph, there are 9 vertices. So I have to do this process once again. Shall I proceed? Okay. So now this was my graph and all the edges are labeled as blue so that you can understand the difference between what were the earlier edges and what are the new edges which I'm drawing. So the degree sequence of this graph is 4 4 3 2 2 2 1. Now we are adding the last vertex. At least in our case, this is the last vertex. We have to add in such a fashion. Check, this particular red dot has appeared over here. I'm putting this randomly anywhere, wherever you want, you can put up, but then follow this particular sequence. Now check what is changing. Please note, I am always starting from the right side, not from the left side. When we were reducing it, we were starting from the left. When we are developing it, we are starting from the right. I'll repeat, when we were reducing the sequence, we were starting from the left. But when we are developing it, we are starting from the right. Now check, in this case, I have this 1 and I have this 2. So this particular vertex whose degree is 1 is becoming 2. So there's only one particular vertex whose degree is 1. So I should join this. Then next 2 remains 2, 2 remains 2. Then this 2. This 2 becomes 3. So now I have to check. Please note, in this case, there are 4 vertices of degree 2. So I have to check. एक ये vertex है, एक ये vertex है, एक ये vertex है, एक ये vertex है. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. These 4 vertices are there whose degree is 2. इसमें से 2 छोड़ने और 2 पकड़ने. So I have to leave these two and I have to take these two. So I am joining for this 2 3, I am joining this. For this 2 to 3, I am joining this. I'm just joining because these are very near to my vertex. So hence I've joined these two. If you want, you can join the remaining two also. No issues. The only thing is the graph will look much more messier. So I'm just joining which are nearby. Please note such kind of graphs are also used in your mobile towers. Not exactly the way we are doing it here, but then in some or the other way it is connected to those towers as well. Shall I proceed? I am going very slow, very, very, very slow. By this time, I should have finished all these things. Okay. Now, this 3 and this 4. Check. Whichever vertex has degree 3, I should add edge between this red and that vertex. So there is only one vertex whose degree is 3 in the previous graph. तो check करो किधर है. इसका 2 था, इसका 2 था. अच्छा ये 3 है. ये एक ही बंदा है जिसको डिग्री 3 है. So then we are going to join this. Please note, whenever we are going to lay the wires, if you remember, we had electricity, water, and gas. Then in that case, the things are laid down like this. You cannot cross it. As I've crossed here, I cannot cross these vertices. Sorry, these edges. The edges should not be crossed anywhere. Now you will say, Madam, why did you cross here? I've crossed it here for the reason that I'm assuming it is थ्री डिमेंशनल. एक नीचे गया है थोड़ा लेयर छोड़ के, उसके ऊपर एक और गया है. बट अगर इसको ज्वाइन किया तो ये सबको क्रॉस करते हुए ज्यादा था. So whenever you're going to do this, when you're going to join, see to it as far as possible your diagram should be very neat and clean and it should not be crossing the edges. Then I have to join now these two vertices with red one. If I'll join these two, it will become 5 5. Now which are these two? एक तो ये है और एक तो ये है. इसको भी डिग्री 4 है, इसको भी डिग्री 4 है. So check. 4 to 5, join this. 4 to 5, join this. And this is your resultant graph. Is it okay? I'll be sending you an assignment where you will have to say whether sequence is graphical or not. If graphical, then draw the graph. So you will have to follow this particular algorithm over there. I have taken almost more than half an hour to explain you this, but when you will be doing it, you will be able to do it in less than 5 minutes. Shall I proceed? Okay. Some people are just waiting for punching in the PRN. The next topic which I'm going to continue with is very important. So before I take up the important session, I want you to punch in your PRN and then we'll see how many of you stay back. Punch in your PRN. One wicket gone. Gaikwad Vedant gone. One has arrived just now for punching in PRN. Samir Bist has arrived just now. देखा, या तो सिर्फ पीआरएन पंच करने आते हैं या तो पीआरएन पंच करके निकल जाते हैं. Anyway, let me proceed with my topic because topic is more important rather than your attendance for me. If you understand this, well and good. Otherwise, you will get some noise in your recruitment. We're proceeding with the types of graphs. Be very careful with these types of graphs because I'll be using it very frequently in my algorithms for the next sessions. देखो समीर बिस्त गया, आके पंच किया, भाग गया. अरे why do you come, Baba? I had told you very first day. We keep a record where what time you have logged in, what time you have logged out. If you're logging in 10 times, 10 times the timing has been punched over there. If you are not there for 75% of the time for your lectures, then in that case, even if you punch your PRN, your attendance will not be counted. तो मतलब क्या है आके PRN पंच करके चले जाने का? एल्गोरिथम तो फॉलो करते नहीं हो आप लोग, ये क्या फॉलो करेंगे? We're talking about a null graph. A graph which contains only isolated node is called a null graph. That is, the set of edges in a null graph is empty. What will be a null graph? If I have only one vertex, if I have one vertex, naturally its degree has to be 0 because it cannot be having any edge from itself to the other. Please note all the theorems which I'm doing, it is for a simple graph. So do not tell me that if there is a graph having one node, then I can draw loops. Loops are not allowed. So we're talking about simple graph. A graph which contains only isolated node. Isolated node means whose degree is 0. We call it as null graph. And then what is the complete graph? The complete graph says a simple graph G is said to be complete if every vertex in G is connected to every other vertex. That is, if G contains exactly one edge between each pair of distinct vertices. And we have seen this. If you have n vertices and if n vertices are to be connected to each other, then the total number of edges will be n into n minus 1 by 2. That will be total number of edges. A complete graph is usually denoted with capital K underscore n. K for complete and n for the number of vertices. It should be noted that Kn has exactly n into n minus 1 by 2 edges. Or we can also say Kn has exactly nc2 edges. Please take the screenshot for this. I'll require it. Check for a complete graph. We are trying to see how that graph will look like if there is only one vertex. So if there's only one vertex, my graph will look like this, an isolated vertex. But if I have two vertices, then the graph will look like this. There'll be only one edge. Please note there'll be one edge. That means it will be 2C1. 2C1 is 1. Now check for K3. For K3, there are three vertices. What is 3C2? 3C2 is same as 3C1, which is 3. So I should have three edges. So you can see this particular vertex is connected to the remaining two. What is the degree of this? 2. And what are the total number of edges? It is 3. This is K3. How about K4? Check K4. Each vertex should have degree 3. That means if you consider this vertex, it should be connected to the remaining 3. If you take this, it should be connected to remaining 3, and so on. And what will be the total number of edges in this? It will be KC2. Sorry, 4C2. 4C2 means 4 into 3 upon 2. 4 into 3 upon 2 is 12 upon 2, which is 6. And I can see there are 6 edges in this. Similarly, K5 and K6. K5, you can check. It is connected to all the remaining 4 vertices. And in the K6, you can see it is connected to all the remaining 5 vertices. Whenever we are talking about complete graphs, we'll be treating it as capital K underscore n or capital K subscript n, where n is the number of vertices. Take the screenshot for this. Then we are talking about regular graph. A regular graph simply says that each and every vertex should have same degree. So it says a graph in which all the vertices are of equal degree is called as regular graph. And if the degree of each vertex is small r, then we call it as r regular graph or a regular graph of degree r. So in this case, how will I say Kn? Kn is a regular graph of degree n minus 1. And how many edges will this regular graph have? Now each of the vertex is degrees r. And if there are n vertices, then we know that the sum of the degrees of the vertices is equal to twice of edges. So I will have n into r is equal to 2 times of e, but I want e. So e will be r into n upon 2. So if there is a regular graph, then the total number of edges will be r into n upon 2, where n is the number of vertices and r is the degree of each vertex. Take the screenshot for this. Have a look at this definition now. Cycles. Now, cycle is possible only if I have 3 or more than 3 vertices. So we're going to define the cycle Cn, where n is greater than or equal to 3, which consists of v1 to vn vertices, and edges are v1 to v2, v2 to v3, and so on. That means if I have 3 vertices, then vertex 1 should connect to 2, 2 should connect to 3, and 3 should connect back to 1. Please check the last part. It is a cycle. You have to go from V1 to V2, V2 to V3, and V3 to V1. This is C3. Let's check for C4. 1 should connect to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1 back. This is C4. For 5, 1 should connect to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 to 1 back. Similarly for C6, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 back to 1. These are the cycles starting from n equal to 3. So C3, C4, C5, and C6. These are called as cycles because it is completing a cycle. Take the screenshot for this. In the next session, I will not be repeating this. I will directly jump to the theorems requiring these definitions. Then we are proceeding with wheels. Now I'll be getting wheels from cycles. The wheel Wn is obtained when an additional vertex to the cycle Cn for n greater than or equal to 3 and connect this new vertex to each of the n vertices in Cn by new edges. That means if I had a cycle which was connecting V1 to V2, V2 to V3, and V3 to V1 back, we have added this particular vertex. Now check, the vertex is in the center of your triangle and it is being added to all, or it is being adjacent to all the remaining vertices. So this is W3. Similarly, if you go for W4, you can see there was V1 to V2, V2 to V3, V3 to V4, V4 to V1. That was a cycle. And we have added one vertex in the center and it is connected to all the remaining vertices. Similarly for V5, sorry, W5 and W6. You can see this is one vertex we've added in the center and here it is one vertex which is added in the center. Take the screenshot for this. Check with this platonic graph. I may not require it now, but I may require this in the next session, maybe in the unit 3. What is platonic graph? There are only 5 platonic graphs. The graph formed by the vertices and edges of 5 regular platonic solids. Now, what are these regular platonic solids? Please check. First is a tetrahedron. Tetrahedron has 4 faces. You can check this one triangle, second triangle, third triangle, and below. This is sort of prism. So if you have a prism, we are trying to draw this in a planar graph or on a paper or on a graph paper. So this first part will remain first vertex, second will remain second vertex, third will remain third, and this part which is there, it is put up in the center. So this tetrahedron has 4 faces. And these are the solids which are existing in real world. These solids are being put up on paper as platonic graph. Now check octahedron. Octahedron has 8 faces. This had 4 faces, this has 8 faces. You might have seen a diamond. This diamond has 8 faces. That is octahedron. This octahedron is being put up on a graph paper. So each of its vertex in the octahedron in real world is drawn as a dot over here. And if there is any point which is connected over here, that is being drawn as an edge over here. Similarly for cube. For cube, We are drawing like this. Then we are drawing for icosahedron. Icosahedron has 20 faces. Dodecahedron has 12 faces. Take the screenshot for this. I will require this platonic graphs in unit 3. We'll just see one more slide and then we may wind up. Now, this is very crucial from your computer science point of view. N cube. What is that n cube? The n cube denoted by Qn is the graph that has vertices representing the 2 raised to n bit strings of length n. Now, what do I mean by this? This says if n is 1, there'll be 2 raised to 1